Oh my goodness, oh my heavens. You don't know how lucky you are. Because I'm back, that's the most important thing. And I'm glad to see you too. I like you people. You know, I'm known far and wide as a person that just loves humanity, especially you and you and you. I can see out there. One of you out there, I can see right now how you're dressed. Ooh. But I like you people. I really do. You've been getting a raw deal your whole life, and I'm just the man that can step up and tell you how to unraw your deal. And that takes a little verbal skill to tell you how to do that. But this is the third book. Now, we've already gone through a couple. The Illusionary Bargain and that other one about the stupid, crazy tales from planet Earth, all full of lessons and things that you can learn. But now, there's no fall de rah. I'm going right for the jugular on this. The jugular. You ready? You may not be ready now. Well, if you're ready, look at that. I'm blocking my face off, which is always a tragedy. But money tips, beating the system for cheaters, outlaws, punks, bohemians, ne'er-do-wells, crumbs, garbage can people, rats, rat finks, all of you people out there, my people, my kind of people. You see, you've been given a bill of goods. I'm not going to go on this because I've told you in other books, but you've been given a bunch of bill of goods and a bunch of crapola your whole life about playing by the rules and being a good boy or a good girl. Baloney. None of that works. You're wasting your time, friend. If you want anything out of this world, you've got to go out and you got to grab it. Sorry to say, but that's the way it is. Now, you can also see my name there. And then that's my big hand, and I'm grabbing a bunch of dough. You see it? Grabbing a bunch of money. I grab the money off the table and I say, bye-bye, adios, you dirtbags, you dog meat. I'm leaving and I got the dough, and what are you going to do? But then I watch my back real carefully as I go out the door, because they might do something. But let me just get down to this. This is the back part. I always have that lightning bolt coming down. I think that's very dramatic. This is the part about the book up here, the big part. This is my little part down here, telling how great I am. I think my part, as I said before, should be up here in the big one, surrounded by neon lights and, horns blowing. And then we could put the text of what the book's about down here. But, well, I guess I had to be humble. And I am a humble guy, basically. So let me just read just a little bit. I'm calling all you ne'er-do-wells, the cheaters, punks, bohemians. There's a lot of you. You're having that rhapsody. Mountebanks, counterculture folk, come out of the cupboards, you boys and girls. It's time to wake up everybody. This is the book with the tricks and the tips to beat the system, finally. The real down low of it all, not some tepid stuff. I've seen a couple other books on this subject. They don't say anything. They just play it safe. I tell you about old tricks dealing with credit cards and taxes and lawsuits and insurance and government programs, the law, the courts, and a lot more. I say, are you tired of playing by the rules when you're the only one left, or just about the only one left? I was, so I wrote this book. We got to stop coloring between the lines. And that's what we need to do. You got to break out of that conformity in your mind and start playing the angles. You got to start looking for other things to do. You know, I mean, this is really out there on the edge of it. That's the thing I wanted to, you know, just get out there in a book form, someplace where there's like a bunch of these things, ideas that are all, you know, kind of cataloged together. And this is the real deal. This isn't something, you know, that Granny made up. This is the real stuff. And this is how to beat things. I could tell you things I've done you wouldn't believe. I once sued somebody in a lawsuit that I had no grounds on, and they came to me before the suit, and they say, look, we'll offer you 50%. And I said, well, you know, normally I wouldn't do it, but because I like you, I'll take it. And it was a groundless, baseless thing. But I made 50% of what I was suing for because, you know, whatever. They came to me and they wrote me a check, and the check didn't bounce. And that's just one of the things I have to say about lawsuits and credit cards and taxes. I'm telling you, how to play the government like a slot machine, you know, and how to deal with the courts and the law. I know all about that. I know how to come out smelling like a rose. I've done it my whole life. You know, what can I tell you? But that's this book. That's the introduction. I'm not going to talk too much more about it, but I just wanted to get it out there. This is the next one we're going to be talking about. I'm going to talk about specific areas. You know, maybe make another 10 tapes in support of this book. But this is a great one because this isn't just philosophy of life or stories about life. This is how to go out and beat the other fella. Because guess what? The other fella is trying to beat your brains out when it comes to money. Oh, yes, they are. Money is the only thing. For people of Earth, you know, vast majority of them have little or no intelligence whatsoever. They are like, you know, basically rutting pigs, you know, in the street. They're tearing up the sidewalk for a nickel. So if you're going to succeed in this world where you're up against a bunch of, you know, dumb pigs, dumb, mean, brutish pigs, those are the people that survive. You know, I don't want to get too much into that, but like I said somewhere else, you know, the good guys that, you know, used to carry around flowers, they all got eaten up. And the only ones that survived from an evolutionary standpoint were the mean ones, the tough ones, the most piggish ones. I'm not talking about myself, of course. I was one of those few that just slipped in. But, you know, the human race, being as dumb as they are, the only thing they can wrap their minds around is money. Money, money, money. They think that's the big balm to all their problems. Of course it's not, but you got to go out and get a certain share so you can live comfortably. That's what I'm talking about. There's no magic in it, but you got to have some to, you know, at least live your life. So that's what I'm talking about, how to fight the other brutish pigs that are, you know, cracking the sidewalks looking for a nickel. This is what you're up against, and this is what you have to be able to fight. And this gives you the tools to fight back. Just because I look like a genteel gentleman, I kind of remind you of Clark Gable, Rhett Butler, Gone with the Wind. But don't let looks deceive you now. I may look very cultured and very classy, I know. But I can be as mean and downright dirty as the dirty dog in the street when it comes to money and how to get it out of that other bastard's hand and into yours. I know how to do it. And so that's what this book is about. Stop being a turkey, stop being a Nimrod, and get on the train. This is how to make some dough by playing all the angles out there. And there's a lot of angles to play if you know what you're doing and you know how to win. So that's the end of this. It's coming up on 10 minutes, way too long. I should be beaten with a wet rope. You know, that's another thing. I just, for all the good I do for people and, you know, giving them these tapes, I sure hope I get what's coming to me. I mean, I really do. Lord, are you listening? At some point, somewhere, I really hope I get what I deserve. You know what I mean? I really want to get what's coming to me. Think it'll ever happen? I'm hoping. Well, I'm going to watch the rest of these tapes. I'm back in. I like seeing you. You're my friends. I hope we meet sometime and we can do some things together. Who knows what they may be. I'm talking about it to ladies now. For you guys, go get me a cup of coffee. But I'll talk to you all later. Bye-bye.